We are learning QA fundamentals, and in the last video we have seen some of the MySQL commands. If you have already not watched that videos, you can go and you can find that in a playlist. In a playlist you can see the QA fundamental, and from there you can see all the previous videos about this, all the QA fundamentals. And today we are going to learn some of the theoretical knowledge about the testing, and then if we get the time, I will also include one of the project, and through this project we'll try to understand many type of the test, and we'll also practically do some of the test there. So in a QA, unit test is another popular terms there. So what is this unit test? So the unit test is mainly for developers. So developer write the code, and then also write the unit test. So like let's say there is the function, like it says that age group, and in an age group you pass some of the age, like let's say you pass age 2, and then function returns that okay, it's a child. If you pass in a function you put that 13, then the function returns teen. So for that function we have to write the unit test. So in a unit test that we have to cover all the conditions, like the condition is, even in the function, if you pass the some number, so between 1 to 12, say child, or some number between 13 to 19, then say teen. So all those things developer tests that. So developer knows all these conditions, but also developer has some of the test over there, like in the future if someone remove some of the condition, then test will fail, and we'll come to know that okay, that test fails, we need to update the code. So that is the responsibility of the developer, that they write the unit test. But as a QA, at least they should know what is the coverage of the unit test of the project. Usually 80 to 85% is the standard coverage for any project for the unit test. So anyway, that's the one thing at least we should know. Okay, for this project, okay, test coverage is 60%, maybe that's not good, or 80%, that's good. That kind of knowledge we need to put. There is another one is unit in a manual test. So in a manual test, or if you say the automated test, we have to write the test case. For that we have to write the test suite. Yeah, it's a suite. Yeah, it's a test suite and test case, and then test automation. So first we have to start with test suite, and then after that we can add the test case. So let's we'll see the example for this through this project. But just theoretically, just I want to say, for the test suite, like let's say there is a functionality for the login, maybe just for the example, the login. So login, you give the username and the password. So that can be one test suite. So test suite is a login. Under that there can be multiple individual test case. Like the one test case can be like we can say the sign in, successful sign in. Another test can be sign in failure. So those kind of the test case we can write over there, and in that way we can follow the steps, log in and see whether that's a test is passed or not. So that's all test suite and test case. We'll see the scenario, and we'll write the test case for that. There is something called functional test. So functional test is when project is ready, then it's like end-to-end test. In a function, in a project, we give some input and we expect some output. That's the functional test, because one project contain the many microservices. It may contain many database, or many other technology. But what the project does, so, maybe there will be some API where you pass some input, and then we're expecting some output, and in between it will go to the project, and there are many technology under hood. We do not care all about this. We just give the input and see output for whole project. That's a functional test. Integrational test is also like a functional test, but for the smaller components. So maybe for the one microservices, we can write some functional kind of test, and we say the integration test. Acceptance test is when project is ready, and then we need to do acceptance test, like it passes, like we have to make sure, okay, it passes all the unit tests, it passes all the functional tests. So those kind of tests we need to do. So that's called acceptance test. System test is all over things. System test includes everything over there. If I say what is system testing, the process of eval, yeah, maybe you can, I can open some of the, this one. If you see the system testing, it's talking about everything, like installation of testing, security testing, or there are many load testing, performance testing, functional testing. So it includes all. So that's another terminology of the testing. Okay, so we got a little bit knowledge about all these testing. So let's try to understand this thing through a project. So as a QA job, like if you go to the company, every times we get like different kind of project. Maybe you will work in one project for 6 months, another project another year, 2 year. So it keeps changing. So let's assume the scenario in a company. We got a project, and this project is this code, name is code. So as a QA, at least QA, they have to test this. So in order to test, we need to install this, we need to run, at least we need to know how it's running. So those kind of things we need to do, so that at least we'll get some better idea on that. There can be one scenario. Another scenario can be it's already hosted somewhere, and they will give some instructions. So let's assume for this project there is some instructions. Let's follow that and install this project, run this project. So installation is given here. It's saying, okay, this is the Golang project. So first of all, we need to install the Golang. So I have already installed, but just I'm going to show to you. Take this link, go here, and it's saying download for the Mac or Windows. So whatever environment, go and follow the steps, and then we can download. And just click there. So it's showing like which one you want, which version. So you can select the right version here, and then after that you can download and install. So click there, it will be downloaded in your downloads folder, and double click over there, and then you'll follow the steps and it will be installed. So that's the first of all, you need to do this thing. If it is already installed in your system, then you can go and check the Go version. So in my system it's already installed, so I will go, and here is just double clicking, and by that you download, install. In order to verify, I'll go to the terminal. Some new terminal here, and I'll check Go version. Yeah, so that's installed here. So that's, you are supposed to see this kind of thing. I have 1.20.5, if you install this version name will be 122.2. so that's the step 1, and we install this thing. You need to set some of the path over there. You may skip this thing. You already have installed the Docker, so I have already shown that thing in a previous video. So we installed this, so you may skip this one for now. You have to do this thing. So this thing all you need to run through the command. So here just copy this, go to the terminal, and here it's saying go and open this file. So first I will do the vi, and this is saying from your home folder. So that's from home folder. I will go here at bash. There's just a bash history there. So maybe the bash profile is not there. So if the bash profile is not there, you can use another file. Let's see, let me figure out this. Go to this place and ls, and I do the -a that displays all the hidden files. I see the bash history. So if you see the bash profile, you can create the bash profile. Okay, so maybe so export go path, set path vi bash profile. So for now you can create the file, and then you can do that. So that is empty. So you may skip this thing. If it is required, then you can do this thing. Yeah, for now let's ignore this for now. So okay, we're good. If it doesn't run, because I have already set up and in this, and I have not used this, so it finds it is fine. But if it doesn't run, we'll check that later in your local. Or maybe if it doesn't run in your system, you can just put the comment and I'll give the solution on that. Okay, so that's we did. So how to run this project. So this is the way to run the project, but first of all we need to bring this project. So we need to, so that command is not here. How to bring this project? So first we need to bring this project in your local. So in order to bring, we need to run the git command. So the git is usually installed in the system. If the git is not installed, then you can find the way how to install this git in your local. So for the Mac, I think there is a brew command to install. So I can say install git using brew. So brew install git. So if you just copy this and then put it here, it will get installed. So I'm just canceling this now. But when you do the brew install git, it will install. If it is installed or not, how to verify? If I say like which git, it shows some location. So that means git is already installed in your systems. That verifies. So in this way, the next step is you install the git. If you have the Mac, you can follow this step. If you have the Windows system, then you can find the steps for the window. So now we're good here. So we have let's say, okay, we have installed the git, so that's good. So next thing is we need to clone this project. So there should be the instructions, where to clone the project. So for now I'm going to clone this project inside the folder called source. So how to clone in this project? We'll come here and click on code and saying, okay, it's a clone. So either you can use this one or this command. Let's use this one, but for whatever you use, there will be some instructions. So I'm going to use this. I'll just run this where I'm going to run. I will show you. I'll come here and our path should be, we'll go to the cd and first home folder and then cd go, and I did cd go, so that's why I went to the go. But why go is there? Because you have already installed the go before this, so that's why I can come here, and then if I do the ls, I can see there is a source and the bin and the package, and this folder will be in your system after installing go. But if you do not see, then you can create the folder, and you know how to create the folder. So you can create the folder source, you can create the folder bin, and also package. You can do that. So now I'm going to source folder source, and in this place I will paste this command, that is this command, copy what I copied from here, or I can just click here to copy, come here, and then I'll paste it, and I'll click the enter. I mean just press the enter, and your project will be cloned. So I have already done this. So for now I am skipping to the control C. But when you if you do the first time in your system, and when you hit the enter, you will see some operations happens, and this folder will be cloned here. How to know it's a clone? If you do the ls, then you will see the project here, code. So code is already here because I already cloned. So after that I can go to the code, do the ls, and I will see so many files are here. Okay, so that's the way to the clone. Mostly this command is common for the GitLab or GitHub. So here we are using the GitHub. If you see here, GitHub, in the many companies will see other also like the GitLab, and in that case also cloning process is same. So you have to find that cloning. So cloning means bring this project from cloud to local. So this is the cloud, so this is on the internet, so that is the cloud, and from the cloud we brought this project in a local. So we got this. Other thing is you have to bring this project in a IDE, in some IDE. So IDE is used for the development of the project. So you need to bring that project in IDE. There can be the different IDE, and that will be mentioned here in a company, like what IDE they use. For the Python project there is an IDE called PyCharm. So if you see, this is the PyCharm, that's for the Python project, and this is a light IDE. This is for Golang project, and Goland, there is another IDE called Goland, not a Golang but Goland, LAND. The Goland IDE is for also the Golang project. So you have to open this project over there. So like if you come here, so if you see here, let me close all these things, and you can see there is a project here. So if I use the light IDE, so whatever the in IDE you use, first you have to install that, whether light IDE or Golang. But for this project I am using the light id. So again, first you have to install light id, so go to the browser and then find that, and after that find the light id, search that how to install light id, and then install. And once you install, then from the keyboard press the command and spacebar, and you will see the light id here like this. And if I enter, then the light id will be open like this. It will be open, or it, and also you will see that icon here. You can just click over there and this will be open, and from there you go and say file, then open folder, and then I have to go to the source and this code. As soon as I click on open, it will get opened like this. Okay, so the project is here. Second thing is we need to run this project. So in order to run this project, we need to set up the configuration. So open this config file. There will be some config file here, docker file. It's nothing, that's good. So next instruction is how to run this. So come here and you'll see the other instructions here. Go run and this command. I'll go to the ID. So we have to go to the right place. So what I do that, first I'll click on the code, and then maybe I'll just open, or just I click here, that's fine, and I'll create a new bash here. And first I'll check what is the path. So path is user YouTube. So I have to go to, so this is the home folder, but you can do like this. So in this way you can go to the home folder, and then we do the cd source, cd go, and then cd source, and inside source there is a code. So that's it. You can check the folder pwd, that's a code, and then run this, go run. Okay, so eventually it's trying to run, and we'll see it will run. Anyway, so for your project you have to do this thing, and then you have to follow the instruction again here. Okay, so for now you just run the project. So that's all. It says some allow. I will do that. Like, go to the not a terminal, but here in this terminal it's give some information here. That's fine, but the project is running on some port. How can I verify this? The port is this 922. So what I do, I just copy this line and go and put that somewhere in a browser. And if you see, put that, we'll see some information here. So you can search thing like ISCON, nothing. Okay, so this is this is running. I hit that API and we saw something. So in that way our project setup is successful. So that's all for today. You just do the setup, and then after that we'll see the different kind of the testing here, manual testing. We'll try to write some test suite and the test case. That's in the next video. So that's all for today. Thank you.